I lost her on Casco Bay, clam digging on a summer's day, and the sea in all its charm won't be the same. Last summer on Casco Bay.
In the past couple of years, the Maine coast has come under siege by a voracious army of green crabs, threatening shellfish populations and mowing down vegetation wherever they go. If the crabs are left unchecked, in a few years, researchers say there may not be even a viable clamming industry left in Maine. Originally from Europe, green crabs are believed to have hitchhiked over to America in the ballast of ships 200 years ago and arrived in Maine waters around 1900. Maine has two native crab species that are caught for their meat, Jonah and rock crabs. But green crabs have little meat and are tough to crack, so they're not fished commercially. Although they've been a nuisance on and off throughout the past century, with a lack of natural predators and warming ocean temperatures, green crab numbers have grown exponentially in recent years. It's speculated that green crabs first decimated mussel populations, before moving on to their new favorite food, the softshell clam. This not only poses a threat to our marine ecosystem, but also our economy. In 2012, softshell clams were Maine's third most valuable seafood species, worth a total of $15.6 million. Unfortunately, one survey in Brunswick found that 40% of the clams have disappeared since 2011. With crabs rapidly gobbling up young clams, in 2 to 3 years there may not be any clams left to harvest in many places. Some researchers now worry that the ravenous crustacean may someday get a hankering for the state's most prized fishery, the lobster. Green crabs have also begun obliterating the ecologically vital eelgrass as they clip it down in search of food. Eelgrass serves as a nursery habitat for a variety of marine species, including juvenile lobsters. The impact green crabs will have on Maine's coastal marine ecosystem still remains up to debate. A lot of the old-timers refer back to the 1950s when the number of green crabs surged due to warmer winters at the time.
Oh, it's just a cycle. Few cold winters back in the 60s made short work of them little varmints.
However, as most climate scientists report, the past may not be an accurate barometer as we're in a new era of climate change with an unprecedented rise in global temperatures. Other research suggests that many of the green crabs who arrived in Atlantic Canada during the 1980s may actually be a more cold-tolerant species from Iceland and the Faroe Islands. Some Canadian researchers believe that this northern crab is actually mingled with the green crabs to create the Schwarzen crab, a more aggressive and cold-tolerant hybrid. Although cold winters killed off previous generations of green crabs, anecdotal evidence also suggests that the new invaders have found ways to overwinter by burrowing into salt marshes or moving into deeper water where there are more moderate temperatures. But whatever the case, it's becoming increasingly clear that in order to save our coastal marine ecosystem and the future of shellfish harvesting in Maine, we can't just sit back and let the armies invade to pillage and plunder our coasts. Only by getting the word out and working together can we conquer this menace.
I lost her on Casco Bay, clam digging on a summer's day, and the sea in all its charm won't be the same. Last summer on Casco Bay, if only I'd held her tight, we'd be going clamming every night. But now she's gone and sailed away from me. On a summer's day on Casco Bay.